Welcome to NCIX Tech Tips. Today's episode is all about the Sennheiser Momentum headphone slash headset slash solution to having Sennheiser audio quality with you when you're on the go. Now, just because you can use it on the go doesn't mean that you have to. Sennheiser does include a 3.5mm to full-size headphone jack, so you can use it with your AV equipment if you want. And if you're going to invest this much in a pair of headphones, it's nice to know that you can use them any way that you desire. Although there's two different cables that are included, and the lengths are optimal for listening with something that's in your pocket because they're just long enough to plug into the headphones, reach down through a shirt, come up on the other side, and then reach down into a pocket. That's the way that they're configured. So one of them has a 4-pole to 4-pole that has an extremely cool plug-in that's got kind of a neat little rotating hinge here that has a little Torx screw on it, so you can actually, looks like you can tighten or loosen that, so it can come out of your device either at a 90-degree angle or straight up. Then, up on the other side, you've got a button that you can use to control calls. This is an iPhone slash iPod compatible device, so your audio controls as well as your volume up and down are going to work on iDevices, not Android devices. And on the other side, you can see a Sennheiser logo with a microphone port. So the overall build quality of this feels extremely premium. If you don't have a supported device for the built-in controls, then they've got a simple 4-pole to 3-pole, so this one is only suitable for stereo listening and doesn't have a built-in microphone. Now, a piece that we shouldn't ignore is actually the carrying case that it comes with. So it's very well built. The zippers feel robust, like they're not actually going to break, and they've got nice little handles here so that you're not going to be fumbling for them when you're trying to open up the case. It comes in a matching color for your headset. So in this case, we've got the brown headset and it's inside the brown case here. And it's got a neat little compartment that you can use to store all of the little extras that come with the headset. So check this out. You go ahead, put your stuff in here, and then because the entire inside of the case is actually a soft side of what are they called? Hook and loop or whatever, to Velcro. I'll just use the branding name. Because it's all basically soft side Velcro, it comes with a little hook side that you can just go ahead and put over there so that this won't come off and all your accessories are safely inside. It's a hard case, so you're not going to have to worry about your headset being subjected to any unnecessary bumps. And last but not least, it includes a loop at the top that you can attach to something, whether it's a bag or a belt or whatever else the case may be. Haha, get it? Now, accessories are all fine and good, but let's have a look at what you actually get for the significant chunk of change that you're going to be putting down for this headset. One of the innovations that they've added that I personally think doesn't get as much credit as it deserves is this locking connector. So lots of headphone companies are doing detachable cables, but you can see here from the design of this one, there's a little sort of a plastic hook that's on both sides. So it's very intuitive to go ahead, pop it in, and lock it. This makes it extremely resilient. You can tug on it without worrying about it accidentally popping off or destroying any part of the headphone itself because it is locked in with something that's just plastic. So you don't have to think about it. You actually have to give it about a quarter twist in order to pull it out. And then you put it in and you give it a quarter twist and it locks into place. Love it. The next thing is the construction. So they use a very, very different grade of materials for a product like this than you'll see on an entry-level headphone or headset. So for example, the ear pads are made of genuine leather, and you can see they're extremely soft and extremely supple. There's a really nice foam under there. So they're a circumaural design. They go around your ears and are meant to be quite noise isolating. They don't have active noise cancellation, but in practice, they do block out a fair amount of the ambient noise around you. And the leather combined with, see this perforated foam around the inside? The leather combined with that makes them very breathable. So you can wear them for a while, be doing something active, and not end up with sort of sweat marks around the outside of your head where your hair is dark on the top because you've been sweating around your ears. So that combined with the lightweightness does make them comfortable for a long period of time. If there was something that I'd look at them and I'd initially criticize, it would probably be the headband. because while it's wide, especially wide given the overall weight of the device, so there's not a whole lot for it to hold up, the padding on it is quite thin and quite hard. But what I discovered in practice was that because it uses a very thin metal piece that is a single piece that goes along the entire sides and tops of the headphones, and because again they're so light, it didn't really put any strain on the top of my head. There was just enough padding that it doesn't feel like metal on bone, but not so much that it added extra weight and extra bulk to what is otherwise a very lightweight portable package. Now, fit is important for something like this. You can talk comfort all you want, but if it's comfortable for me and not for you, then it's totally useless, am I right? So in terms of adjustments, the cups can rotate about this much. Now there's lots of headphones that have, like 90-degree cup adjustments or things like that. For example, the Parrot Zeeks are a good one where they go 90 degrees out and then all the way in and then just a little bit the other way. But the reality of it is, how much adjustment do you actually need? Whose head is actually such that, their ears are so far back on their head that it needs to adjust this much, or so far forward that it needs to adjust, this much? What is the practical limit to what we actually need? So I did find that they offered a good enough range of adjustment. And then in terms of the size, so the height of the headband, you can adjust it this way. So there's a nice little rubber piece in here that just slides up and down within the metal frame. So they go all the way from sort of like this, which is obviously absolutely ridiculous on me, to all the way down like this, which is obviously quite a bit too small for me. I wear a medium-sized motorcycle helmet, so that should give you some idea. If it goes everywhere from way too big to way too small for me, then it's probably doing all right. You can see the way that they keep the cords from experiencing any unnecessary strain is by building in enough slack that it just coils up like that when you adjust the pieces here. So conclusion-wise, what are these? Who are they for? Because Sennheiser has always been a name that to me has meant sort of unique niche products like, a dual headphone home theater setup with a wireless sort of receiver so that you can sit and enjoy your movie from the couch with a very sort of high fidelity experience compared to, the ones you get cheap at, a little electronics store, which do not deliver the same kind of experience, or audiophile grade products, whether it's an entry-level audiophile grade product like an HD558, or whether it's something super high-end like the HD8000s or Orpheus. But this is a bit of a new thing that is something we haven't seen from them before. It's a fashion statement, sure. It's meant to be portable as opposed to you sitting on your couch plugged into your record player and enjoying your content that way. It's meant to be taken with you out on the go. It says right on the box, made for iPod, iPhone, and iPad. And it is meant to be a competitor for other products like, say, for example, Beats headphones, but from a company that has years and years and years of experience making audio products. So no, it's not an audiophile product. This is not a replacement for your 558s. But it's not meant to be. It's meant to be what it is, it looks good, it feels good, and it's from a name that you trust. Thanks for checking out this episode of NCIX Tech Tips. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this from your favorite e-tailer, ncix.com.